Hi, my name is Melanie with Colorescience, and normally I don't like to reveal my beauty secrets, but today I'm going to show you how I camouflage the hyperpigmentation in my skin. I have a lot of hyperpigmentation around my eyes, and then I have discoloration all over my skin, so I'm going to show you how easy it is to cover with our Colorescience products. So the first product I use is our Skin Calming Primer. It's SPF 20, so it's great because it is a broad spectrum sunscreen, and it's also great because it helps to even out my skin tone and even out a little bit of the redness, so it's the great first step to the camouflaging. So I'm going to do one pump on my fingertips. I'm going to rub it together, it kind of warms it up, and then it's going to make it easier to blend through. And I start in the areas that need the most coverage, and then I'm going to blend outwards. And really make sure it's all blended in. Blend towards the jawline and also towards the hairline. And as you can see, it's already starting to kind of cover up some of the minor spots on my face. And now that that's all smoothed in, the next product I like to use is our Sheer Creme Foundation. I use Girl from Ipanema. The Sheer Creme Foundations actually run a little bit lighter than their powder counterparts, so I use Girl from Ipanema in the liquid, and I use a sponge with it, so I do one squirt on the sponge. And then I start where the hyperpigmentation is the worst, same with the primer, and I blend out towards the jawline and the hairline. And this is just so I can concentrate the product on the areas that need the most coverage. I'm actually going to do one more pump just to kind of cover it a little bit more. The Sheer Creme is so great because it has so many different antioxidants and ingredients to help make your skin look luminous and beautiful. The next step is the corrector palette. I use this 3 colors right here. This one is the best for camouflaging dark spots, which would be my hyperpigmentation and the spots around my eyes. And then these 2 are great for redness, which I have a couple red spots on my face right now. I use our concealer brush, which is on our brush set. And I go ahead and I use the first 2, and it's these 2 right here. And that's what I'm going to use to kind of cover up the red spots in my face. The next color I'm going to use is the one that I talked about that is kind of more of a pink base, and that's going to be really good to cover up the hyperpigmentation around my eye and also the dark circles. And I'm going to continue to blend with the brush too, so the coverage doesn't look really heavy. It's going to provide a really nice natural coverage. It's great to get it also in the corners of your eyes because there's darkness in there too, and it kind of helps to brighten up the eye area. And as you can see, my hyperpigmentation is already starting to disappear. The next product I'm going to use is our compact. I use All Even. I'm actually in between 2 colors. Right now, since it's winter time, I use the lighter color, which is All Even. In the summertime, I use Girl from Ipanema, which is a little bit darker. They're both medium skin tones. They have the yellow base, so they both match me great. Just one obviously lighter than the other. So it's perfect. I use the kabuki brush for a more daytime look, but you can also use the sponge for a more made-up look for nighttime event, anything like that. But since this is a day look, I'm just going to show you how to do it with the kabuki brush. So I'm going to swirl it around the compact, and then I'm going to start buffing my face. And this is going to help to kind of buff the corrector palette in there as well, and it's really gonna make my skin tone even. Again, buffing towards the jawline, blending it with the neck, and then buffing it in the hairline. And now you can barely see my hyperpigmentation. The next step for camouflaging is our sun forgettable SPF 50. I like to use the jar, but we do have a very handy travel brush, which is fantastic to just throw in your purse and use on the beach. So the jar is great for home use, and then you can always have the brush in your purse for reapplication throughout the day. I love the SPF 50 because it does give me a little bit of coverage, and it also helps to prevent future hyperpigmentation. If you're doing a night look, you're not gonna need this step, but for daytime, I think it's absolutely necessary, especially if you have hyperpigmentation. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit on the brush, and then I'm gonna blow it off, so I'm not heavily applying. And again, same with the compact. I'm just gonna buff it, again, around the neck, around the hairline. Make sure it's all evenly covered. You don't wanna miss a spot if you're in the sun. And then last is our setting mist. This is our hydrating setting mist. It's absolutely wonderful. It's good to refresh throughout the day. It helps to make your makeup look like more of an airbrushed look, and it also helps to give you more of a luminous look too. So I'm gonna go ahead and do about 3 sprays. So those are my tips for camouflaging hyperpigmentation. I hope you found them very useful, because I know I did.